There's been something going on within the Roblox community recently that I personally found really interesting and wanted to talk about. But before I start off this video, please do not go out of your way to send hate to anybody that is mentioned in this video. Now, I think that most of us are familiar with Gamefam Studios. They are the lead publisher for 40 unique Roblox games. And some of these games are actually well-known games, such as All-Star Tower Defense, Funky Friday, Twilight Daycare, Sonic Speed Simulator, and a lot more. But recently, they've been caught up in some drama that had to do with how they treat their employees. Keep in mind that these are allegations and are not confirmed in any way whatsoever. I believe that all of the drama started with this tweet made by Digital Purgatory, where they made a whole post on their experiences with Gamefam. They start off by saying, to begin with this whole situation on Gamefam, they are a predatory company that tries to create a monopoly on the Roblox site by buying out other games and integrating them into their company. I would not trust them if they approach you with an offer to advertise your game, especially now of all times. Not only do they try to create a monopoly, but they underpay some of their positions in this market. Some 3D artists, like me, are paid 17 an hour with a salary of 30k a year. In this industry, most of the standard is at least 35 an hour with a salary of 75k. While I was employed in the Gamefam, it was a constant struggle due to heavy crunching on the development team, because we were mandated to update Sonic Speed Simulator every week. This was a heavy toll on my mental and physical self, as I had to devote a lot of time to not just the development of the game, but also because I take care of my dad. I tried explaining this to the team and the higher ups, and they mostly understood my situation. I eventually was cut from full-time to half-time hours without any notice. They have absolutely no communication when it comes to decisions, and when I tried speaking about the matter as professionally as I could with human resources, I was basically just ghosted. So basically what they are saying here is that they are being underpaid by Gamefam Studios, and due to terrible communication, they suddenly had to work half-time hours. And ever since this statement was posted, another person named Alice had also come out with their experiences on Gamefam Studios. Now, this tweet long is a lot longer, so I will try to shorten it as much as possible. So they just go over how they were interviewed in August of last year by the CEO of Gamefam Studios, and that they were given a starting salary of $55,000 a year with health benefits. Then they go over that they were tasked with taking over an existing game from an employee being moved to another project, where they were asked to manage a team of Turkish game developers that were entirely new to the Roblox platform. My first month or so at Gamefam went decently well. It started going downhill when I was given a second project to become a producer of, as I was told that most producers at the company have second projects. On top of regular producer responsibilities, I was given the task of teaching an entire team of artists and programmers who had never touched Roblox before how to use every single relevant aspect of Roblox Studio. All of these wonderful developers were also speaking English as a second or third language in countries across the world. It was at this point that I began falling behind on both projects due to the immense amount of work on my plate, while my higher-ups only offered sympathy, comparisons to their own unfairly high workloads, and comparisons to my co-workers. One such comparison was my boss telling me how a fellow producer stayed up for an entire week before his project launched, implying that I should be more like him. And then she goes over how she was locked out of her work email. Eventually, her CEO told her that she was fired that weekend because apparently she's been leaking company secrets, and when she asked what led him to believe that, she was told that he had no proof, but it was the only explanation for their lack of productivity. They continue on saying, I've since spoken to many Gamefam employees and I'm told that things are better. I hope that this is true, but I've heard enough to have my doubts. All I mean to do with this message is share my story and encourage other Gamefam employees who had similar experiences to do the same. This is obviously all very frustrating, and I honestly understand all of these people coming out with these sort of things, because if you're getting mistreated somewhere, you should at least be able to talk about it. And after these two posts, there's even more people that have come out against Gamefam Studios. So You would obviously expect them to come out with a statement, right? Well, they did, but it's not the kind of statement that you would expect. They stated on Twitter a statement about recent events surrounding Gamefam. So you would actually expect that they would apologize or something. And just looking at the image that was attached, there is no form of apology, no form of trying to defend themselves. All that this is just them talking about how proud that they are of their company, the people that work for them, and everything that they have to offer as a company. Basically just trying to get people to work for them, and also just flexing their achievements. Honestly, I understand people talking about this as they have all rights to come out with their story, but the statement that Gamefam gave here is the most ridiculous form of attempting to try to even defend yourself that I have ever seen. And if the allegations are true, then I feel sorry for every single employee that's working at Gamefam. They literally could have apologized, but they didn't do that. I have absolutely nothing against anybody working for Gamefam, because some of the games that they did publish are actually really good. But the statement that was being put out by Gamefam is something that I quite personally cannot take seriously in any way or form whatsoever. It comes across as if the allegations are true and that they are not sorry for it and not going to even try to defend themselves against it, but that's just how it kind of reads off in my opinion. Definitely do let me know in the comment section what you think of all of this and how you generally feel about all of this, as I see a lot of people that just cannot take the statement seriously in any way whatsoever. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Consider subscribing if you want more content like this, because I will upload a new Roblox video every Wednesday and Saturday, and you may happen to find some of my videos enjoyable. And hopefully I'll see you back in another Roblox video.